Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Tea with Tea Sundays. Happy Sunday. How you guys doing? Let's go. Get in here. Let's chat. How you guys doing? How's your Sunday going? Hopefully you guys are staying relaxed, cool, calm, and collected. Wealth is just a mindset. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we were tricked into believing that in order to be wealthy, you have to have all this money. Let's talk about the lies that they told. I'm waiting for my goddess. There she go. There she go. What's up, shouty? Hi.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
everybody.
Okay, good.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. 'Cause
We're good.
the technical difficulties be difficult.
You look cute. I like your hat. It's
Thank
so
you.
chill.
The hair is having difficulties today, but I'm gonna wash it. So I just put this hat
Listen, you
on
can
real
get
quick.
away with it. When you locked up, you can get away with a lot more. For real.
That's facts. That is
It's
facts.
so windy
How are
here.
you? Yeah, it is windy, but you look really, really good.
Thank you
You look
so
so
much.
nice.
Thank you. I'm feeling good. The sun came out, the clouds cleared up completely.
Hmm.
It did a complete 180.
Girl, that's why I love the South for you, because over here in New York, if y'all from New York, y'all know how we feel right now. The rain won't stop raining. The sun hasn't come out in a week, but
That's so
our
unfortunate.
advice for that is to bring the sun in any way you can. Bring the sun to you.
Yeah, for real. You
Or
got to
be the
create your
sun.
own sunshine.
Be the
Be
sun.
the sun. Yeah, be the light. Exactly like we said. I was just saying earlier, in regards to the topic, wealth is a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about how we've been programmed to believe that we need all of these material things to be wealthy. And that fits with that, everything that you were just saying. Like, you got to be the light, create your own sunshine. We create our own reality.
I think what people fail to realize is they feel like their ego's so involved in this reality that they forget that they have help on the other side, or they could start by being and embodying that energy, that wealth mindset, also to say there's more that's coming from, there's more than where that's coming from. I don't have to always do, and I don't have to manipulate my reality for it to match what I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have to go out there and work more hours. Maybe I need to sit down and talk to myself a bit so I can figure out, why is it that I feel like I don't have enough? Why
I'm
is it that?
lacking.
Why do I feel lack? Why do I feel like I need to constantly keep going? Why do I feel like I'm running out? Maybe there's something else that this is masking. People are not taking the time necessary to even sit and do that. They feel like they gotta continuously do. And when they realize that's not working, they get depressed because they're like, they feel hopeless, when really you're being called to sit still and be with yourself and figure out what's really the issue. Because it's not that physical cotton and linen with paper. It's not that paper. It can't be that. It can't be a tool that they put in place for us and have us believe that it's value, so we give it more value than ourselves.
Right.
For us to feel like that is worth, like, really, that has more worth than you as a human being. A lot of people put themselves for it.
And that's why we say that we create our own reality. So if you're in a place of lack, right, and we've all been there, because it's so much to attain and you need money to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have everything perfectly set up
They
to
constructed
where,
it pretty well.
yeah, they did an amazing job. So like when you're feeling like you're without and you're in a place of lack, it's really important to look around and acknowledge the little things, like we were saying, like acknowledge your family, your friends, your support system, acknowledge your health, acknowledge having a roof over your head, clothes on your back, because a lot of people don't have that. So when you start to really look at everything else around you that you have instead of focusing on what you don't have, that's when you start to attract more. But it's all about bringing yourself back to your reality, because a lot of times we get caught up living in their reality, right? Like, damn, I want to go get this new bag. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. That we forget, like, okay, wait, let me go within and acknowledge, spiritually acknowledge what I really have to be grateful for. And like you said earlier, it's not even just what's here, what we can see. Like our ancestors, our spirit guides, they don't want you to know that we're literally surrounded by all of these energies
I was
that
just
are
about to say
working
that.
for
I
us.
don't think people are believing in the fact that they create their own reality, because if they really realize that, and then they realize, oh shit, if I want the money, if you really want the money that bad, your ass will sit down. So they're not, I don't think people actually believe, and that's why I talk about it so much, because it took me a while to actually believe. As someone who always knew, I was always superstitious. I was always like there's more to this shit. I always thought this shit never made any sense since I was a little girl, which is why I went into astrology since I was 10. And looking in the encyclopedias, the first page I would look at is the last page, because the zodiac. I want to see what the fuck is this. I was
Oh,
always
if y'all want
curious.
to, let me just throw that in there. My if y'all need a reading, like that's the girl, that's where I go when I want my astrological readings. And I'm like, yo, where the planets at, sis? Because I'm
I'm an
feeling a little bit
astrologist.
down.
Yeah,
That's
and
where I
I don't
go.
tell you guys your future. You're gonna tell me your future. I'm not a psychic. I just help. I see and I know what the planets are saying, and I'm just telling you facts,
Yeah.
straight facts. No, you're gonna tell me what your future is. I don't play that shit, because you're gonna realize that you create your own reality with me, at least. With
Yeah. It's
Terrell,
all
at
you,
least.
right?
We're gonna make sure we continuously say these things, because it's gonna. And the thing about the subconscious mind, because let's talk about it. It goes back there, subconscious mind. You have to repeat these things. They have brainwashed you long enough. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're talking about for 20 years that you have believed this one belief, right? Or feel like you lack something, or feel like you have to, the way this whole thing is designed is that you have to actually get up and kill yourself for these things to be true. Sometimes people commit suicide because they feel like they don't have the money.
They feel like they're not enough.
They don't feel
You know
like
what I'm saying?
you know?
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that you have to repeat these things. It's a practice. You can't just say, "Oh shit, maybe I do create my own reality," right? Ain't no maybe. After a while, you're gonna have to actually know
You
that.
do.
You can't even believe it. You have to know it.
Yeah. And
So
it's
it's really good.
Yeah, it's funny because look at the little things, right? Just think about all the times that you're talking about somebody or thinking about somebody, and then that person either contacts you or you run into them or they pop
Bingo.
up. Like that right there shows you that you have the power to manipulate your reality, and manipulate in this sense is not a bad thing,
Exactly.
you know, because you are the co-creator of your own reality. Like we do believe in a higher being, we do believe in higher power, spirit,
Of course.
but
The
spirit
same way
and
that
all of our
other
other
30
spirit
plus religions
guides,
believe in the higher power.
right?
Right.
Yeah,
We
they
just have a right.
right, and but they don't tell you that spirit and not just spirit, but all of these other energies that surround us, whether it be your ancestors or your spirit guides, your orishas, who however you refer to them, they're working for you. So as soon as you open up your mouth and you put that intention in the air, it's gonna it's making its way. Like that's the
To the
first step to taking
point
action.
you start saying, "Oh shit, magic is real." It makes you feel like it's magic real.
Right, it
It's
is.
really real life. Like,
Right.
how many times have you thought about something and it pop up on you? Like, not even on your phone, but like I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about the physical reality. Like, not people
Yeah.
on your phone, because you know what they're doing on the phone.
Not
You
AI. Not
not AI.
AI.
I'm talking about you say something, you go outside and you see
Right.
that.
Right. Like the energies are literally working in your favor, and so that's the key right there to realizing your power, because they don't want you to know your power. Because imagine if everybody knew that they can actually create the reality that they
Their
want.
game is over.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap
It's a
for
done
them.
deal. It's
Of
literally a
course, they're
done
gonna lie
deal.
to you.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna tell you that you have to go to kindergarten and learn how to be alone, learn how to be the slave for what they want, for the money.
Yeah.
Of
Because
course, they're gonna train you how to be a good employee from kindergarten.
to indoctrinate you,
How many,
exactly, to
how many
indoctrinate you.
actually style stuff that we actually learn in school? Do they
Oh
tell
yeah,
you
no,
how
they
many
did not set us
you
up for
got?
success.
All right. It's only
They did
to play their
not.
games. They trained us to play their game. But you know what? We're still playing the game regardless of why we're here. It's just that you're gonna play your game. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Play
Right.
your game.
Right. So and then now when you feeling down, when you're feeling down and you're doubting yourself, you're like, damn, I got anxiety. Damn, I got depression. Damn, you're bipolar. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even help you realize that no, when you feel like that, you need to go within and start to show yourself some love. Start to really acknowledge how amazing you are and start to look at your little accomplishments. It don't matter how small. Like, man, I went through a tough time last month and look at me, I'm still here. Like, really take that time when you're feeling like crap to acknowledge yourself and like the Caribbean Massive say, big yourself up, right?
Pick
Big
up
up
yourself.
yourself for
Yeah.
real, because
Yeah.
you are that powerful being. Nobody, the medication that the psychiatrist is gonna prescribe to you is not gonna take you
All it's gonna do is keep them
that
coming.
dump.
It's gonna keep their pockets running. That's
Right.
all it's gonna do is keep them coming.
Exactly. Play
Because
your game. Destination Africa. Hey, play your game. Exactly.
right,
Play it your way. You don't have to play it their way. We don't have to wake up and continue
people
to
are
live in this
afraid.
matrix. As a matter of fact, we all got the power to say, you know what? None of us going to work today. It's a wrap.
No,
What they gonna
I
do?
thought about that earlier, Shara. I did thought about that earlier.
What are they
I
gonna
was
do if
like,
you like, yo, I'm done. I'm not going to work. I'm not buying shit from them. I'm only supporting businesses from people
if
of color.
everybody do that, their game is
They
over.
can't do they have no control, and that's why they got to keep us fighting against each other. That's why divide and conquer is so prominent, because
Mm-hmm.
if we're fighting against each other, right, then who's fighting against them? They just watching us. They just watching us on the floor scrambling for bread while they got
Laughing
all of
at
the
us.
money. Like, what the fuck is this?
Laughing at us.
Hell no, hell
Because we
no.
doing
You
the
gotta
job for
really,
them.
yeah, no. In order for us to really create that change, it starts within, and we really need to start working on our mental health and recognizing remembering
Ashe.
who the fuck we are, for
You
real.
gotta remember who you are. And the only
Yeah.
way for you to remember who you are is to sit with yourself. A lot of people aren't comfortable sitting with themselves. I wasn't once comfortable. And let me tell you, as if I could sit with myself,
It takes
I had to
work.
have people around me. At one point, I could not be alone. It was a scare. I was running for myself for years.
Yeah, we
Because,
all
and
been
if I
there.
could be honest, it's because I was afraid of myself. I knew intuitively that something about me was powerful. But
Mm-hmm.
because I was afraid of finding what that is, because I was afraid of success, because I had this negative lack mindset and I kept thinking below, I couldn't see myself with so much power. I couldn't see myself with so much money. I couldn't see
Mm-hmm.
myself happy.
And it's demonized, too. So
It's a
you gotta
sickness.
remember,
Right.
it's demonized. So you're sitting there thinking like your higher self is trying to get you to the level that you're supposed to be on,
Right.
right? But your lower self, your shadow self, is like, well, no,
Tug of
I don't want to dabble in
war.
that, because that's demonic. That's the devil.
Internal battle.
No, yeah, no, you're actually devaluing yourself.
And the lower self, like the ego, wants to be comfortable. That's the only thing. That's why we say, if you want to change your reality, do the things that make you uncomfortable, the things that you never that you did. If you have a choice, right, and you realize you always choosing the same choice and it's always creating the same reality, choose different. Start choosing maybe the other choice. Is something that makes you afraid, but you would rather choose that than to repeat the same thing over and over again, delaying your path, you know. I
Yeah.
put my crown and got out of that broken system on my 40th birthday. That
Nice.
was 18 years ago.
Congratulations. That's what's
That's what I'm
up.
talking
That's what's
about.
up. It takes so much work to really get out of that place of having this lack
That's gonna be
mindset.
us. Sure, I just want to say, but probably, that's gonna be us. That's what.
Yeah, it's gonna be us looking back like, yo, look at where we started, and then each one teach one. So we learn something and we get up here and we share with you guys, and hopefully you guys are able to take it with you on your journey and then share it with somebody else. That's how it works. Each one teach one.
We're just doing our part.
We're
And you
doing our
guys are doing
part.
your part, because you guys are still here and take this message and share with your friends, your family. Like, oh, look what I learned today.
Yeah.
Like, we want to put that spark in you, because it took somebody to put that spark in us.
Right.
And all we're doing is continuing and passing the torch. And we all could do that. So
Yeah.
my whole thing is, if y'all really are tired of living life a certain way, tired of always wondering when you get when you're gonna get there, the final place that you want to be, always like take a moment to really just choose different. Take a moment,
like, you know
to
what,
sit with
who
yourself.
says that I'm not here already?
Right. Because who's really defining your success? Is it
Yeah,
you,
that's
or is
another
it somebody?
thing.
Is it other people? Because a lot of us
Right.
are looking at our success in the eyes of others, for them to clap for us, for us to feel like we're successful. I don't, and that's what all these awards are for. You see all these successful people be like getting upset because they didn't get an award. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all really are showing yourselves for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
who's the
because we were
real, like,
programmed.
I wouldn't care if I had an award or not if I know that I'm the shit. Like,
Yeah, I am the award. You are the award. But that's the thing, like, you can't even fault them because
Black
we've
love.
been programmed. We've been programmed to think that way, that we need validation. You know what I mean? When in reality, we don't. Like, we're already there. Like, keep in mind that everything starts with a thought. So if your thought, if your plans are to make some type of change in society or change your reality, and you're thinking about how you can do it, you're already there. It's a mindset.
Yo, like how they say, if you can see it, that means it's like literally
Yeah,
if we start
literally.
looking at our mind like this beautiful, and not even the mind, not only the mind, the body, your entire system, you are such a magnificent, just special. You're so special. And if you start looking at it like that, like the fact that, oh my God, I have these abilities that I could just like sit down and think about something, and out of nowhere it fucking becomes something. Like it becomes
it
something
happens.
physical. And it started right here. It started with me just seeing it in my mind, and all it took for me was to follow my passion. If it felt good, I'll follow it, right? But then I will include my mind. The integration is here now, including your mind and your heart into this thing, and saying, okay, what are the steps I take? And just taking it pace by pace, like not overwhelm yourself, not quitting, because once you quit, it's over. The only way that you could fail is if you stop. So if you know that, you take your time and you do it. You go towards where you gotta go, but you have to trust yourself.
Gotta trust yourself.
The wealth mindset. The wealthiest people trust themselves.
Yeah.
They trust themselves.
They trust themselves, but let me tell you, they also trust the universe. Like these people, they use the law of attraction. Don't get it.
Right.
They'll listen. They tell you pray all day, okay? Pray and wait for God. No. These people, they're utilizing. They're utilizing yeah, right, exactly, because they know that we are connected to the universe.
Yeah,
we're all connected, and they know that. Like, I want to suggest for you guys to read The Secret. Like, if you're into reading, you can read The Secret, or you could watch it. They have a series on Netflix. The Secret. That's a good place to start, so that you can learn more about the law of attraction.
That was
and really
first
utilize
documentary I saw that got me on my path.
It's,
I was 21 years
so
old.
powerful.
That was like the first literally that clicked something in me, and then it literally opened other doors. You always start somewhere. Yeah.
It's so powerful. And then once you do that, that'll draw your attention to the other laws of the universe.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, I've been stuck in the Bible all this time, and here go the key right here.
But then, and the answers are still in the Bible.
Yeah,
there's
that's
some
true.
things in the Bible that you could take out of it, and that like that's the thing. I think that people are so stuck on this certain way of seeing things. They're so like closed-minded. That's another thing. You can be this limitless being and being closed-minded. You have to have a shift, of be able to shift your perspective.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to know how. That should be a skill. I'm telling you right now, I'm my biggest project, my biggest project, because I know that I literally, if I was to master myself, like everything is falling for me. Nothing could fucking stop. Are you serious?
Right.
If I could learn patience, if I could learn self-control, if I could sit down and meditate and listen to myself, if I could learn how to love myself and trust myself, what?
The power that comes with that, is huge. But that's why there's all these distractions. So people are like, all right, well, I'm stressed out. Let me go to the liquor store. Let me go shopping, some retail therapy.
Let's go to the let's go to the bar and have a drink. First of all, what are we celebrating? Because I've got some shit to do. Like, why are we always
Right,
at the bar every weekend? Like, what's going
right.
on? Like,
What the fuck?
we can't
Yeah,
go to the park or
exactly.
something. Like, let's just chill. Like, why do we have to do all that? Like, what are we celebrating right now? Like, let's just chill. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot, guys. We gotta change our mindsets. When we change our mindset, then that's
There
when we
you
start really seeing changes in our lives. And then once we start seeing those changes, like once we feel confident enough, like, oh shit, I really did it. I really changed my own life. That's when you start changing the world. You get that confidence and you start
Yeah.
like, yo, let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I learned.
You want
And
to
then
share that.
and then we just that's how you start a revolution. That's how that revolution begins.
Didn't we say how we gonna do it, sis? And we look at you answering the question.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier. We literally had the conversation
We
earlier.
did.
And she just answered herself. That's
Right.
how it works. That's
Yeah,
how
that's
that
how it works.
happens.
Once you put that question and that interest out there, spirit is gonna
It
send
comes
you the
right back to
answer.
you.
For
And my
real.
whole thing is like this whole thing is we're not saying it's easy. Like Sherelle could tell you, like we have moments where we go like this but it takes you going back and forth. It takes you questioning yourself. You gotta go through the process. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna be lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
not a
and
lot
it's
of
okay.
people are thinking like this.
It's okay to be lonely. It's okay to be lonely for a minute, and then once you get out of that and you get out of your little shell, reach for a support system. And if you don't got a support system, then you really need to look within, like, damn, what am I doing? How come I have nobody around me? How come nobody wants to be around me? Or how come I don't want to tolerate anybody? Because
Right.
sometimes it's like it's good to be lonely, but sometimes it's like you don't have to be lonely. You don't have to go through it alone. Start building support systems, start connecting with people, whether it's online or face to face. It's so important to do that.
And you come to find that other people actually just start showing up. Like the help will come, the assistant will come. But and most of the times it does take you making that choice. It's like one little choice after the choices and just giving yourself a chance to fall into that discomfort. Because man, it's not comfortable. I'll tell you this right now.
It's
It's
not.
not comfortable after years of thinking like your world is what it was, and then you find out it is not, and you find out that you was the one that was standing your own way this whole time.
Staying your own way the whole time. You're like, damn, I'm the problem. Oh shit.
That shit
Now I
that
need
shit
to
is
go
not
back.
easy. So
Now
of
I need to
course
go
that's why
back to the
people,
drawing board.
yeah, that's why people take a while to get here. They take a while to get into that certain mindset. They take a
It's
while to
easier.
see things show up for them, because it's not the easiest. If it was, everybody would be doing it.
Right. You grow through pressure. I'm not saying you gotta struggle, but you grow through pressure.
Right.
You
And
know?
one thing I realized too, she said, make that decision to take the first step, and the universe guide. And let me
Yeah,
tell you,
exactly.
we got a
Right.
few
And
testimonies.
yes,
Yeah.
and let me tell you something. That right there is where I feel like a lot of religions kind of confuse you, because they tell you to pray and wait. No, you pray, set your intention. Like, it's okay to pray. Whoever you pray to, pray, pray, or set the intention just by simply speaking it and saying it out loud. And
Yeah.
then you go and you take that step, like you take those steps towards accomplishing whatever it was that you prayed for. And then that's when spirit or God, or however you refer to the higher power, will assist you and make sure that y'all get it done. You
Yeah.
can't just pray and just wait. Like, what you waiting for? The time is now.
And these steps don't have to be gigantic. For like, pace yourself, because some of these things we're not ready. We're not even ready. Like, we want these things, but are you ready? Like, really be honest with yourself. That's why it's so important to be honest. Are you really ready for that? $1,000,000? You want your big cover? The $50 that you have right now, are you managing that well? Like, think about that. Okay, so while I wait for this thing to come in, let me practice maintaining what I already have. Let me
Right.
prioritize my health, because I'm gonna need to be healthy in order to manage this success.
Yeah. Think about how many successful people we've seen that kind of crashed and burned. And I think it's because, like, the money, they thought that the money and the material things was gonna save them and kind of help them, but It doesn't. That's why I feel like it's so important to do that self-development before you come across that money.
Oh my
Because
God.
if you get that money and your riches and
People
you
are doing
haven't
it
done the work,
backwards. You lose that
crash and
shit so
burn.
fast if you don't know how to handle it. You
Right.
lose it so fast. So I would rather practice while I get there. So that way I have specific skills and attributes that I need to maintain this amount of wealth, this
Right.
abundance, this success. I'm gonna need to have the certain kind of insight on who to allow around me, because when I was broke, I had people turning it back on me. I need to know that. So it really does take that perspective. Like, you know what? Let me not sit here and be upset that I didn't get there yet. What am I doing while I get there?
Right. So when you're in that, like we said earlier, when you're in that moment where you're feeling down and you're feeling helpless, start to acknowledge all of the small accomplishments, you know, everything that you've accomplished, no matter how small it is. Write it down if you have to, you know, acknowledge your qualities. How have you grown? And once you can pick yourself out of that slump, then you can say, okay, boom, this is what I'm going to do. Like, you know, on my journey to getting to where I want to be. Instead of like being sad that you're not there yet, just kind of enjoy the journey. And don't get me wrong, like I'm telling you guys this because I'm learning this myself. Acknowledge like, yeah, okay, this is, I'm gonna enjoy where I'm at right now. I'm gonna enjoy the present moment. I'm gonna live in this moment and plan for my future.
Yes.
So you can still enjoy your journey. Sometimes it goes by so fast. Be like, wait, where did the time go? Enjoy it. Enjoy where you're at right now. While waiting, I focus on my gratitude. I stay in the moment. Exactly. What are you grateful for? You have so much to be grateful for. Just the fact that you sit here on the phone right now watching us. Some people ain't never had a phone in their lives.
Or have the opportunity to hear this conversation
right
in a kind of way. Like,
they didn't have some people don't have that motivation. They don't have that community, that village. So true. Those small accomplishments are huge, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Exactly. You know how it's so windy here? You know how some people try to downplay you? Like try to downplay, oh, that's it? You still on that? Get out of here with your insecure projecting ass. No, don't let nobody project their insecurities onto you.
Let me
you
tell
are
you
the
a little
shit.
secret though. Everybody's projecting.
Yeah, that's true. But now, are you going to choose to project? How are you going to project? Positive or negative? Some people really if you don't even have phones.
You don't.
Yes, exactly.
That was funny.
The fact that she said that. No, for real though. We're laughing, but they don't. Some people really can't afford a phone, so they got to go through it by themselves. We got a community, y'all. That's a blessing.
It's a blessing for real. And now earlier what she said about being present, man, I've been practicing being present more than lately, because I realized at one point I was all the way in my head. Like I wasn't, it's kind of a scary experience. I felt like I wasn't physically here for a while. Like I've been so in my head that I forgot what it felt like to actually really exist in this current reality. That's because I wasn't being present. I was either always thinking about my future or always thinking about my past. And in both times, I'm like in either one, hardly present. And if I was present, I was a pessimist, upset at the world, because it's not showing me what I want. But I'm the one that's chasing my own tail.
Right.
So like being present is where it's at. When they used to always say this, guys. When I'm talking about they, you know what I'm talking about. People like us.
You know what we mean when we say they. All right, because when I say they, I want y'all to know, right? For people who be watching my posts, when I say they, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about the colonizers, okay? That bloodline. Y'all know exactly who we're talking about when we say they.
Yeah, but in this part, I'm talking about, like, you know how people be preaching about being you gotta stay present, guys. You gotta be gratitude. You gotta have gratitude. Blah, blah, blah. I used to be like, what y'all talking about? Like, what you mean being present? Like, I used to get so annoyed because I would try to be present. I'm like, my reality is still shit. Like, what are you telling me?
Like, why?
My reality still sucks. Like, but no, it's like thinking to yourself, like, whatever you're thinking about that got you stuck in your mind about the past, is that shit happening right now? And if that, whoever is involved, are they even worried about you? Because if not, you're just staying stuck at a part in you're pressing pause in your own life. So when you're in present moment, that's you pressing play. Think of it like that. And when you too much in the future, you don't know what the hell, if what you're thinking about is really going to happen or not. You just got to hope for the best and keep on being in the present,
Right. Exactly.
And what helps me be in the present, I literally just learned this like 2 days ago, so beware with me. So I meditating for me, guys.
Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I was just about to say that. I was just about to talk about meditating. Get out of my head.
Say your part, because I would love to hear your story.
Collective consciousness, for real. That shit is crazy.
We always do this. But meditating for me was always hard. Like, I just like hated it. So I found this way of just meditating by doing anything, and it works. Like, I meditate multiple times throughout the day. I don't sit there for 2 hours. Like, there's times I do that 2-hour shit, but I don't do it all the time. Like, I give myself time to say, okay, I'm done doing this, and I'll go back to it again. But what I would do is I'll sit and I'll just watch something, like observe the tree, and like it's not to like let my thoughts, like I'm not controlling them. I let them flow. I observe it, but I don't give it my emotion, or I don't start thinking about it and making a whole kind of storyline in my mind. I just let it flow. Like, I observe, like, okay, and then that passed through, and all my thoughts passed through. But we meditate in different ways. When I'm washing the dishes, I'm meditating. When I'm dancing, I'm meditating. I meditate in many ways. So, like, find your way of meditating. Find your way of just, like, find a way to sit still. Another that I took up was, I take a moment to ask myself, is my jaw unclenched? Is my shoulders? And that brings me right back to reality. Because if it's like this, then I'm not here.
Yeah, you got, yeah, that's a fact too. And breathe through it. I find myself too, I'll be clenched, I'll be tense, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I just find myself, I just gotta like breathe through it and just like drop my shoulders and like loosen up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let go. Let go. Let go. And like, stop holding on so tight, you know, let go and just trust yourself, trust your higher self, trust the universe. Like, you're here for a purpose. And but I wanted to say, meditating for me, like you said, meditating could be done in so many different ways. For me, my favorite part of meditating is having the opportunity to detach without having to be like drunk or something, or high, like detaching from my present reality, but still being in my conscious mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I meditate in the shower. The shower itself is like a really great ritualistic thing to do, because it's like you're cleansing yourself, you know, cleansing yourself of energies too, not just physical dirt, right. of energetic dirt. Yeah. And the shower is good, but I really like to meditate in the bed with silence, and like, I just lay there and I soothe myself, loosen up every single muscle in my body. And I just lay there until my body I just feel like my spirit is carrying my body. It sounds crazy, but it's an amazing way to detach and just be like, okay, I'm a consciousness. I'm a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. So that means without my body, I'm still existing. So when you're able to step away and detach and realize, like, oh shit, like, okay, I'm really something deeper than just what I am in this physical realm. That to me, like, all of my problems don't even matter in that moment. And that's funny, because
wow, none of them, like, you realize, like, damn, man, this shit even matters. Like, why am I so about this?
Yeah, we need that reminder a lot.
You realize how much you've been making this journey stressful for yourself, and you don't have to. Because once you make that perspective shift, because it does take you sitting down and thinking, you're inviting your higher self to come in now, because your higher self is not going to come to you when you're in your ego. That's what they feel to tell you. You got to be at a certain frequency, and in order to be there, you have to sit still. You got to get back into homeostasis. You got to be.
Somebody just said that. Somebody said, whatever activity puts your brain in alpha state / a serene or introspective state is essentially meditating. Exactly. Like, you're kind of escaping the stress.
By the way,
like, this shit is stressful.
I'm not seeing them again. So you got this.
Oh, you can. Yeah.
After a while, stop seeing the comments.
I'm glad that you saw them early. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
It always do that, I realize. So that I like to tell you so you know to look out for
Yeah,
them. Oh, I
I can
can't
read it
tell.
out loud.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but nah, that's a fact. Like just escaping from this reality because it's stressful as hell.
sometimes
It's stressful as
it,
hell, and
in the
it's
healthiest way. Yeah.
yeah, it's funny because oh shit, my tripod about to fall. It's so windy. Um, the craziest thing is that a lot of people look to liquor and drugs for that escape, you know. But it's literally that temporary escape. Whereas when you're meditating, you're training yourself to be calm. It's not just temporary. Like even when you get out of your meditative state, notice you're calmer. So we literally can train ourselves to diffuse and just kind of like, you know, detach from all of the stress that's happening around us.
Exactly. And then you look around and you be like, yo, my life is going the way I want it to go. Why? Because I've been putting in, and that's the type of work we're talking about. We're talking about putting in work in yourself. You should not be working hard on anything outside of you.
Right. Work smart. I always say work smart.
Working hard, if you find yourself like hitting a wall on something, that means you need to stop and take a minute. Take a minute. Don't quit. Just pause.
Especially if you're working hard for somebody else, you need to really be like, wait, hold on. Is this pay rate matching this work that I'm putting in right now?
Please.
Like really think about that shit. Like
them, because I leave them quick. Like the minute I feel like I'm being a robot, like you trying to turn me through, I'm out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, I learned a while ago, like I want to say a few years ago, I learned I don't work hard no more. I work smart.
Yes.
I work smart. I can tell you the last time that I really worked hard.
Let the work work for you. Like there's no even need, but it takes time. It does. But then we realize how tired the body really does get. It gets to the burnout stage. The whole thing is to like not let it get there. It's to pick up on the fact that if you do like learn your body and understand your body and pick up on the fact that if you do this a certain way, it's gonna create a certain results. It's gonna make you feel burnt out. You gotta get to a point where like not my health comes first, my mind comes first, my mental health comes first.
Your mental health.
They come first. And if anything outside of me is interacting with my health, it gotta go.
It gotta go.
It gotta go. I don't care
it
what
gotta
it is.
go. Like relationships, jobs, thought processes, because sometimes we have really toxic thought processes that we're holding on to that's actually keeping us back. So let all that shit go. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. For real.
You feel so much freer when you just drop the bull. Y'all didn't even realize that. Like, just drop the bullshit. Just drop it. Just...
Let it go. Let it go. Like you stressed out, you got debt, let it go.
Yo.
For real. Right?
Please. That's the biggest thing to let go. Do not carry that debt with you, please.
Oh man.
So when you
real.
gone tomorrow and this shit, what's gonna happen? You bring that shit with you? Like, you really think about it like that. Like, nah.
Hold on, we got some comments here. A great escape is in bed at night, and the house is a cemetery. Oh, the house is cemetery quiet and casket dark. I love that. I love meditating like that. I feel like to me, that's not just not letting go. It's facing fears. Like it's that to me is like a complete surrender. To just like turn all your lights off and just lay there, because you know how many times have we gotten scared? How many times have we gotten scared? Like we home alone and we hear a sound, or we think it's something, like you think something's coming at you. So for you to completely be able to detach from reality, turn all your lights off and just lay there and just be without fearing any noises that you hear or what might happen, that's an amazing way to not only just surrender, but to also learn how to let go of all your fears. Poverty mindset that was built into dark-skinned people through slavery. We must break it. Absolutely. We were just talking about that, Alex. We were just talking about how we've been programmed to believe that everything that we need is outside of us, when in reality, we are everything that we need. We were literally put here with everything that we need. It's just that some of us haven't unlocked that yet because of the fact that we were programmed to believe otherwise. We were programmed to believe that we need everything that's materialistic in order to be happy. And that's just simply not true. So once we learn how to change our mindset, that's when things start flowing to us. But we're all learning together. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and act like I got
We have
everything under
our
control.
days, bruh.
We be having our days.
days.
But the important thing is like building a community of people that you can confide in and kind of, you know, talk to, and they'll remind you, hey, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at everything that you've done. You're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. It's so important to show our people that love, give them that words of affirmation and uplift people.
And like we don't even have to have that ego involved, because you realize everybody is unique and individual and have their own like value. Like there's no need to want to do better than anybody. Everybody is great in their own way. So like, and actually everybody adds something. Everybody adds something. Why are we looking at people with envy and wanting to take things from people, wanting to kill our people, wanting to like, come on, like love to see our people down. Like that shit is really like, it's lack-minded.
Yeah, and that's exactly
And you
what
ain't never
Alex just said.
getting no
It was
money if you
programmed.
lack-minded. Like,
It was programmed for real. Like, really, how has it been working out for us living like this? Like, how has it been working out for us? Something has to change, and it really starts within. It really starts with changing ourselves and the way that we think, the way that we see other people, the way that we see our environment.
man, we done did it again.
We did it again. I was looking at you like I was waiting for you to say something like, this was a great conversation, sis.
We done fucking did it again.
We did it again. Amazing conversation, yo. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
We love it here.
We love it here. We love this community, and we love being put here in this place. Like, it's so, you know, we know the people who are able to speak out and be courageous, we already know that we have a higher calling and a higher purpose. We all do. We really, all of us do. It's going to take all of us as a collective to really get together.
To the point where you just feel like you want to dance, that's your calling.
Right.
It's something tied to it. It's basically, it's an answer. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
It's yes. And if anybody missed most of this conversation, tune into my YouTube channel, Shandy Love Speaks. It's on my page, ThePerfectAlignment. And I'll post this whole entire conversation on it. So yeah,
she posts everything. She posts all of our, you can go look at all of our past conversations. We've had lives from TikTok as well. So you can go look at everything on her page. And plus she, like I said, she does astrology readings. If you guys are into that, if you guys want astrology readings, her prices are really good, and she knows her shit. Like, she'll tell you, yo, this planet is right here in this position, and this is why you're feeling the way you're feeling. She's so good at that. So make sure y'all check her out. Individually collected thought process, cut a new horizon. Exactly. This is a ministry I can get with better than church. Hey! Yes, amen. Amen. This is where you want to be on Saturdays or Sundays. This is where you want to be on Sundays.
Every Sunday around the same time.
Every Sunday, yeah. And if we don't come on here, it's either the energy isn't right or it's a special occasion. Like last week was my birthday, so we didn't come on. You know what I'm saying? But and we're always gonna go by the energy. If our energy isn't good, then we're not gonna get up here in front of y'all and fake it. We're genuine.
Right. Because earlier, guys, I wasn't with the shit.
Okay? She was like, I don't know about this today.
I didn't want to come on today, but I was like, you know what? Let me just come on.
Yeah,
and
let's show up.
I'm very happy I showed up, because like today reminded me why I'm doing this, and I love doing this. I love talking. I love spreading everything that I know. I love helping people. I just love to fucking win. Okay.
I love it. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in and supporting us. Make sure you follow both of us and stay tuned. Hopefully you guys could take this with you throughout your journey, and maybe you might even have a better week, a better life.
Yes. You're gonna learn. Right? You could create your better week. Watch.
Right.
See you guys.
Love y'all so much.
Sunday.
Peace. Take care, guys.